Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Joining us now is a local hero from Canine Friends Dubai who have collectively rescued over 7,000 dogs in the last 30 years and give them new and loving homes. Welcome to the show, City.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Not at all. Very quickly, for those people who don't know, what is Canine Friends? What do you guys do?
All right. So Canine Friends was established about 30 years ago by Carol Mathers, and we help rescue abandoned, stray, and just dogs that were given up for no fault of their own. We house them, we shelter them, and we find them new homes. That's what we do. And we've been doing it for over 30 years.
30, just in terms of how Dubai has grown, I had no idea that you were in the business for 3 decades. So I'm sure there are some stories to tell. What's the size of the team like? Are you full-time, part-time employees?
We are not employees. We are all volunteers. All of us have day jobs. Some of us run different businesses also on the side. We do this purely voluntarily because of our love for the dogs. The team, it varies from anywhere from 20 to 30 people depending on how many volunteers can come in and help us. But we do have a team of 10 committee members who are always there, always helping out and always working. So yeah, that's what we do. And then the shelter can house about 150 dogs. We were given the land and the facility by the royal family, and we're extremely grateful for them.
Wow.
And our food, we are grateful for this too, is all sponsored by Pets Delight. So we are very grateful for that.
Amazing. So you were given land 30 years ago by the Dubai royal family.
It wasn't 30 years ago. About 30 years ago when they started, it was out of a house, and they would use landlines to call people and be like, hey, can you keep this dog and foster it and things like that. And then it is in 2009 that we were moved out of Al Quoz into Jebel Ali area, where we were given the land and the facility that we have, and we're so grateful for it.
Amazing. And in terms of, you have 10 community members and then kind of many more volunteers. What type of work are they doing on a daily basis?
So on a daily basis, we have 2 kinds of volunteers. We have the kennel volunteers and we have the office volunteers. The office volunteers manage everything office-related admin work, the adoption paperwork, the vet runs. They manage the appointments. They manage the adoption appointments, things like that. And then we have the kennel volunteers who do everything from cleaning the kennels, washing the dogs, cleaning the dogs, grooming the dogs, socializing the dogs, just everything you can, and even training them sometimes. So they do everything. We love our kennel volunteers.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you said that you have space for 150 doggies. What, over the last number of years, do you see your kennels always full, or is there like quieter periods or busy periods, or how easy is it to find homes?
Finding homes is not very hard because we do have a lot of loving, generous people in Dubai who love dogs and want them. But the kennel is always full because every time a dog does go out, we do bring a dog in, and we do give a dog a chance to a new life by bringing it into the shelter. Sometimes we will get pregnant mums or moms who've just given birth. We'll take them in because we don't want them to be unsafe. And these come anywhere from a construction site to the desert, to anything. So we do take them in. So we have a 1 dog in, 1 dog out policy, but we still try to accommodate as many dogs as we can, provided we're able to.
So that must be very challenging if it's 1 dog in, 1 dog out. What happens when there's a mom and maybe her baby's found at a construction site and you don't have the space?
We will try our best to take it in.
Okay.
While we do that, we will try our best to take it in. We always make the space when we can. We just try our best. Sometimes we remember a time. This is a story I'm going to tell you in Al Quoz. I wasn't there for this time, but we have volunteers who tell us we had a smaller space and we would take all the dogs in, and sometimes we would even have certain offices with a couple of the pups because we just did not want to refuse anyone. So we try our very best to take as many dogs in as we can and help as many dogs as we can.
It's so interesting. Like, one of the reasons we wanted to have this interview is because we've all seen a couple of videos recently. Let's say the video that's leaping to my mind at the moment was the gorgeous puppy left on a 57-story balcony, and it's why is there abandonment issues? Because that dog has now been moved to a new loving home. Why are we seeing more and more stories of stray animals being left behind?
So the issue is education, basically. Sometimes people don't realize that a dog is a lot of maintenance, especially a puppy. puppies are hard work. The first 12 months of their life, they need constant attention, care, training, and people love having a cute little puppy, and it's great for the first couple of weeks, but after that you have to train the puppy to not chew on your furniture, where it needs to go to relieve itself, things like that, and people don't realize that. So we work very hard to educate people who want to adopt from us that puppies are hard work. And even that's also why when we are doing the adoption process, we thoroughly vet every family before we let them adopt a dog from us. Sometimes we'll have a family come in who wants a puppy, and we will talk to them, check out their lifestyle, ask them questions, and then we will suggest, hey, maybe get a 1-year-old dog. It's still a puppy, but a 1-year-old dog will suit you better.
Why is that?
Because this is just an example, if you live in a building, for example, taking a 6-month-old puppy constantly up and down the building creates an issue, and you'll have the building management complain about it because the puppy might relieve itself in the lift. So we tell them, take a 1-year-old dog if you live in a high-rise apartment. You'll be so much happier. And people do, they listen to us, they take the dog and it becomes their forever dog. We've seen a lot of times where people have gone out, bought a puppy from a pet store, these gorgeous pure breed Cocker Spaniels or Shih Tzus, gorgeous ones, and within 6 months they end up at our shelter because the owners don't know what to do about neighbors complaining and things like that. So it's all about education. If you do your homework right, if you realize that a puppy is hard work, you will know that you might want to adopt a slightly older dog, or wait till you're in a different place to adopt a puppy where you can let it out all the time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You mentioned there people going to a pet shop to buy Cocker Spaniels and Shih Tzus. When I grew up, we bought a Cocker Spaniel. We had, and I had no idea that, there was stray animals that needed homes. And now I've come here and we have a gorgeous little rescue. Her name is Goose. And we're more educated about it. So what are your thoughts on purchasing dogs, first of all?
Well, we can't prevent it, but we can educate people. We're never going to stop. We're going to tell people to not buy and adopt. But you can never stop anyone from doing it completely.
What is wrong with buying a dog?
How they breed them. Breeders aren't the most ethical when they do that. You will have a mom who's had 4, 5, 6, 7 litters, and the mom is in miserable condition. It is an easy Google search will show you.
The reason, if you're in these Facebook groups, Dogs in Dubai, they constantly show there's like popular dogs who are breeding, and then the issues that they have. Is it German Shepherds have bad dysplasia?
Exactly.
And it's very heartbreaking to see these videos. But I think people need to
need to know that, and people do say there is ethical breeding, which you could get something from a kennel club breeder. But it's up to you. We don't promote it. We would want you to adopt a rescue, give a dog a second chance. But if you do see how dogs are bred, some of the dogs are in just awful condition.
How do you take that home with you? It must be, I guess, personally heartbreaking to see kind of a lot of sad stories, and then constantly been trying to educate people, but constantly seeing the sad stories come through. Is it a difficult job?
We look at the positive stories that we have. We do see the sad stories, but we do look at the positive stories that we have, the happy homings that we have, and the dogs that do get that amazing home. So I'll tell you one of the stories. We had a dog come in. Her name was Poppy. She was about 9. So now at this point,
her name was Poppy. That's cute.
At this point, she's a senior dog, and we were like, "Oh dear, Poppy." She just came in, and we didn't know if she'd even get a home because she is 9 years old. Luck would have it, a family came in, saw her, thought she was perfect for their senior older mother, adopted her, and took her to the UK. So not only did she get a second chance at life, she got a better life in a different country where she could run around in fields. And I'll share a photo with you a little later so you can see that.
Amazing.
But she is living the best life. We had another couple couple of dogs who came in from a family. Unfortunately, the circumstances changed. They couldn't keep it. One was called Sushi, one was called Shabby. Both the dogs went on foster and never came back because it was a foster fail.
The families,
absolutely in love with them.
Was that a foster fail when the families fall in love? Oh, adorable.
Yeah, when the families fall in love, we call it a foster fail.
That's cute.
Yeah, we do a lot of fosters for our dogs. But at no point do we obligate the family to find a home for them. We will have a set time for when you bring the dog back.
Interesting.
With a report so that we can home the dog. And if you fall in love, which happens a lot, you can do the adoption process and keep the dog.
Would you recommend fostering to people who are families potentially who are interested in having a dog but are not sure if they're ready?
That is how we do it anyways. When you come in to adopt for an adoption appointment, and our homers who have, some of them have over 10 years of experience of homing a dog, if they feel like the family is not fully ready, they will let you foster the dog for a couple of weeks, maybe longer if it needs it. And the family can see how their life is with the dog. They either choose to then adopt the dog, and if they feel like the most responsible thing to do is say, hey, we tried this out, we wanted to adopt a dog, but it's not working, so they bring it back because it was only a foster, and then we find another home. At no point do we ever obligate the family to find another home when it's on foster. So we are, a
full circle
kind of shelter where we'll take the dog in, we'll take care of it, medical food, everything. Even if we foster it, it is our responsibility, 100%, to find it a home.
Before you leave us, a quick question just about COVID, and I guess there's a question of, people leaving countries where there are more strays. However, a lot of people working from home. I know a couple of families who adopted doggies. Did you see kind of a weird influx and decrease of dogs coming into your canine friends?
We did. During COVID, a lot of people wanted to adopt dogs. A lot of people wanted, because they were at home. But one of the things we asked them was, okay, you're at home right now. What happens in 6 to 7 months?
100%. That's the same question.
When you go back to work, because right now it's great and it's perfect. And that is one of the ways we educate people, saying, yes, it's great to have a dog, but think about everything that you do when you have a dog. And a lot of people did adopt from us. A lot of people made those adjustments. A lot of people came through and adopted our dogs during COVID. And even now, people are adopting dogs because they're realizing that there is a way you can balance your life with having a dog. And Dubai is growing. Dubai's pet scene is growing so much. There are so many daycare centers, there are so many facilities, there's so many dog parks, especially in the newer areas. So it is very easy to have a dog, and now you have dog friendly restaurants and stuff too. So it is getting a lot easier than even 10, 15 years ago to have a dog in this country. So
we're getting there. We have dog parks. A dog beach would be lovely, a nice big one, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
And you nearly said you wanted to bring your doggy into the studio.
I did. I really did. But I'll show you a photo if you're...
Yeah, let's do it. What's she called?
Her name is Dia. She is also a canine rescue. I took a photo this morning just to show you guys.
Oh, she's adorable. Let's look at the camera.
Let's see. Can we...
This is Dia.
This is Dia.
I'll show you Goose. This is Goose.
Oh, he's such a cute.
Goose.
Dia and Goose. A lot of the volunteers end up adopting themselves.
I'm sure.
Some of us have 3 dogs. Yeah, some of us have 3. Some of us have, a lot of us end up... I've had 2 myself, both canine dogs. One's past, one's here, so yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Maybe next time Dia can come into the studio. We're actually moving studios in a couple of months, so who knows? Maybe that will be dog friendly.
Yes.
Rich, are you listening?
I will definitely bring Dia and a couple of the puppies if I'm able to.
Oh my God, dream the dream. First of all, just a massive shout out to if anyone, because actually when we shared the story that you're coming on the show, the story got a lot of shared by Canine Friends followers and friends of yours. So if you're watching and if you're a volunteer there, the work you do is amazing. So thank you so much. And Canine Friends, 30 years in the business. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Siti.
Thank you for having us. Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Take care, guys. That is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Bye-bye. Oh, no, I just realized